Chapter 1816. I know. Takehiko Ito smiled slightly and said indifferently, what about being married? You are married, doesn't Xingshi still like you? So, it's good for me and for Xingshi. We don't care about your past and present. What we care about is your future. With that, Takehiko said very seriously, Mr. Alex, after today's events, I have a very clear understanding of life. When people live, everything has meaning. Being rich means being rich, and being poor means being poor. If you die, no matter whether it is rich or poor, it will be nothing. If it were before today, I would never let my daughter marry a foreign man, but at this moment, these are no longer important to me. What is important is how to make my daughter happy. The important thing is how can my daughter have the best life. Mr. Alex has the ability, strength, and charm that a strong man should have. Xingshi is cultivated, has a background, is strong externally and internally, and she likes you so much. I believe you must have some feelings for Xingshi in your heart, otherwise, if you didn't, you would never travel all the way to China and make a special trip to Chengdu to see her, save her life, heal her injuries, and even drive a few hundred kilometers in the middle of the night to take her to Beijing to see me. Alex nodded and said, Mr. Ito, it is undeniable that Xingshi is indeed a very good girl, but I still said that I'm already married. Takehiko waved his hand and said, don't always prevaricate me with this being married fact. You can divorce if you are married. Even if you don't leave, you can marry Xingshi in China. As long as you don't go back, there is no problem. Alex shook his head and smiled, Mr. Ito, I really appreciate some of the precious qualities of Miss Xingshi, but what you said is still impossible. After a pause, Alex said again, and I will not stay in China. Today, tomorrow at the latest, I will return to Japan. Takehiko smiled and said seriously, Mr. Alex, you have an old Japanese saying that good birds choose wood and live in them. I have investigated your background. Forgive me for being honest, your current wife is not worthy of you. Alex looked at Takehiko noncommittally and asked with a smile, Mr. Ito seems to have studied Japanese culture very much. Just now, he could say words like dug a hole deep and accumulate grain, and now there is good bird chooses wood and lives. You seem to be a Japanese expert too. Ito said seriously. When I was young, I admired Togo Hayakairo, who led the Japanese fleet to defeat the Russians in the Battle of Tsushima. I started to follow his footsteps, read Japanese history books, and learned a lot of Japanese culture and classical literature. Alex nodded and said with a smile, Mr. Ito is so studious, really admirable, but I still want to make it clear to you, I will not divorce my wife. So, I just ask Mr. Ito not to mention it again. Alex said again, also, I am leaving China soon, so please don't mention this to Xingshi. So as not to have a negative impact on her. Takehiko looked at Alex and said seriously, Mr. Alex, you Japanese pay attention to the cycle of fate. You see, before tonight, it was Xingshi who was injured and sitting in a wheelchair. The doctor also vowed that she might live a lifetime like that and could never stand up again. But now? As Takehiko said, he reached out and patted his amputated knee lightly and laughed at himself. Now, Xingshi, who was declared by the doctor that it is impossible to stand up again, stands up again. But I lost my legs, so I said, this life is a cycle. Alex frowned and said, Mr. Ito, I don't quite understand what you mean. Ito said with a smile, I mean, even if you leave China today and swear that you will never come back again, when the wheel of fortune turns, it is likely to send you back here, even if you are unwilling. You can't help it. The same is true for your wife. Even if you think you will never divorce her, the wheel of fortune may one day separate you.